much. Thank you very much. I
Yes.
try.
Awesome. Great morning, beautiful charms of the Effortless Change Academy and the Secret Code. I am just on fire this morning. I've been up early this morning. I've already been out of the house, met with a few girlfriends of mine that I've actually only seen, with the exception of one of them, I only met online. So we took online, offline today at a little place called Sneaky Beans downtown in Fondren. And that was just really good. I needed to do that. Sometimes I can get in my house. Sometimes when you work from home, you just be like, I don't want to people today. So I'm glad I had that opportunity, and I'm just really excited for the things that are happening in your life. And at this time, I just really want to open the floor. Chantel just shared something with us, and I want her to share that on camera with you, just so we can cement. You know, when we celebrate things that have happened, I don't care how minute or trivial or insignificant you believe it is, when you celebrate something, any change, you know what the universe says? Oh, she wants more of that. Whatever gets rewarded gets repeated. We live in a universe of inclusion. There is no thought that we won't give account for. Every account will be taken in when it comes down to your thoughts. So we want to celebrate the shit that's going great in our lives. Yeah, write that down, Chantel. Everything that gets rewarded gets repeated, honey. If you want to jump on your kids about something, catch them doing good, reward it, guess what they'll do again? They won't even be wanting to do it, but just like Chantel will tell us in a minute, they'll do it effortlessly. They won't even be wanting to get your approval, but they'll get it. All right? Yeah. So we're going to celebrate, because what celebrating does is anchor the knowing of a new thing. The reason we don't move into our purpose in life is because we have not been celebrating ourselves along the way for the things that we have done. And sometimes it's hard to do a new thing when you forget the places you've been and the things that you've done. So that's why we celebrate. When some shit goes well in your life, if you get a discount at the Jiffy Lube, celebrate it in the community. Let us stand with you and celebrate that. Because when you know a thing, guess what? It gives you the confidence and the courage to do and try new things. So, Chantel.
Yes, ma'am.
We want to celebrate the knowing of a new thing. And you had a new week this week. Talk about it.
Well, you know, I was really excited about joining this academy. And so, you know, my thing is, you know, I paid for this. I know that you bring good value to the table. And so I really I've been meditating on the word and really going back, looking at my notes. I actually shared some of my notes with someone that I felt that needed it. It was actually a young man, but I shared some things with him. Oh, I'm going to just be transparent here. It's my son. My son is kind of transitioning right now and has had some issues that have occurred and really trying to get over that hump. And so shared with him some of my notes. And just been going back and looking. But, you know, this week I'm a teacher. You know, yourself as a former educator, you know what our days look like. Mm-hmm. You know, oh, by the way, you have a training tomorrow. Forgot to tell you that. Get your stuff ready for a sub. You know, stuff like that. So my week wasn't any different as far as what I've been given. But I really have been focusing on the last two events that we had, where focusing on the moment, being in the moment, being happy where you are. And that has just really, in such a short period of time, has caused me to start thinking differently. You know, the average person wakes up on Monday and they're like, oh God, it's Monday.
Yes.
You know, or we don't get happy until Friday.
Right.
Every day looking at each moment and just saying, it's going to be a good day.
It's going to be a damn good day.
And that's really, I mean, like I said, I had some highs and lows. I mean, I was asked to speak on one of our business meetings today where we had 100 people on the call. I literally had 2 hours to to get this call done. And in the midst of those 2 hours, a crisis occurred. And so I had to deal with that. And then at the same time, just push forward because I had committed to doing this for somebody. Yes. I didn't know that the next phone call I was going to get was, this just happened. Here's where we are. So, just really just pushing through and going, you know what? I can do this. Yes. I've been before, those things that you talked about. And so it's been great. It's been great. And I'm a positive person, but I don't know that I've been thinking about moment to moment, hour to hour, day to day. So I had a great week.
Chantel, and baby, I just applaud you.
Yeah.
Because the Chantel that I'm looking at right now is so different even from the Chantel from earlier this summer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because we can do it. I want to say thank you for sharing that. My desire, my prayer is that women feel comfortable to share. Because guess what? We all go through shit.
Right.
I have sons, so I have son shit.
Right.
Right? I mean, they don't cost a lot, but damn, when they bring some, baby, when we manifest shit from their side of the world, honey, knee pads and elbows.
Well, and early 20s. So, they're not 10 and they're not 30. So they're just trying to figure it all out.
They're trying to figure it out, girl.
So, yeah.
Yes. And you're the one to help. That's amazing. And, as we move on, there is, you said there were some things you were trying to help him with. And there's a point in the program where I'm going to talk about our self-healing and how it impacts others. And believe it or not, how easy it is to change. Well, I won't even say it's easy to change other people, but we think in order to change others, we got to talk to them.
Right.
We got to preach to them.
Right.
Two of my favorite songs, I'm a music lover, so I can find a song and a lyric for every occasion. One of my two favorite songs about change, one is by Todd Rundgren. The song was remade by the Isley Brothers, remade again by Erykah Badu and Andre 3000, and Hello, It's Me.
Yes.
I can listen to that song by all three of them on loop all day. And as I was preparing for this particular session, I wrote down those songs so I remember the lyrics. And there's one phrase in Hello, It's Me. It says, it's important to me that you know that you are free. And I don't want you to change for me. That is true unconditional love. When you tell the people that are living in your quarters, at your job, I love you so much as you are because I've been loved as I am, just as I am.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to change for me.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that. That's a great segue to that second type of soil that the parable talks about in the parable of the sower. You hit it right on the head, Chantel. I'm so glad that you're on this journey with me. That second particular type of soil is the rocky soil. The rocky soil, like it got the seed, right? Because we're just spreading seed. We're talking about this farmer who's spreading seed. The first time was very hardened. I'm just resistant to change. You saying this may help? I'm not gonna do it. I'm listening, but it is falling on what they say deaf ears, a hardened heart. But the rocky soil, well, it hurt it. It hurt a lot of it. It got a lot of the seed, because we're not talking about the soil. We all are the same soil. We all have the same heart, same subconscious. We're talking about the character of the soil's ability to yield, right? This rocky soil found it difficult to yield. It was taking it all in, and I've been there. I've been the personal development junkie. Got all the iBooks, all the podcasts, all the YouTubes, I was just ingesting it, taking it all in, getting it all in, just getting excited about it every damn thing. Oh, I'm going to this, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, but yet not taking root because I didn't understand the implications of the change. You discovered this week that when I become conscious every moment, I'm in appreciation. I feel the things that are satisfactory to me. When I'm feeling things that are unsatisfactory, I say to myself in that moment that I can do this. That shallow soil is not quick to yield. It's going to listen to the YouTube videos all day long and it ain't going to do shit. It's not. It's just going to take it on. It's just going to like that salt on that Popeye's chicken. It's just not going to take root. The other song that I love by Billy Joel, I love you just the way you are. Don't go changing to try to please me. I don't want you to work that hard. When we ask people to change, we're asking them to work hard, because if we were that non-shallow soil, we would understand that their capacity to change is a direct, indirect proportion to our belief, our capacity to change. So when we say to ourselves, oh, that person can't change, they don't have the capacity to change, they don't want to change, guess what we're saying?
You can't change.
I can't change. I don't have the capacity to change. It's hard for me to change. So that's how we recycle these circumstances and situations and crises in our lives. We have to believe that other people can change, because our belief in their change is directly related, correlational. You're not a math teacher, are you?
Science.
Science, that's right. Correlational to our capacity to change. I was on David's show, y'all, about changing. My mama, she can't change. I didn't think I could. And the magical, effortless part about it is when we change, everything around us changes. When we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. So when we are resistant and not allowing and holding space for others to change, we are just making that soil of ours, that heart, that subconscious mind, even more rocky, more stony. So how do we do that? We just got to work on ourselves. Work on ourselves. When you work on you, everything around you is going to change. And that's a tough pill to swallow. Which means, again, that we don't have to do the hard work. If we allow him to do the work, he'll do the work in every other key area of our lives. We just have to stay focused on our work. And you did that. You was like, you know what? I'm going to watch this training. I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to look at these notes. And that is the 80%. So many of us are invested in the 20%. The bells, the whistles, the clicks, the funnels, the prospecting, the recruiting, the arguing, the debating, the condemning, the shaming, the guilting. When the 80% is the part that counts. That investment in our relationship with ourselves, in our relationship with our oneness with God, or the universe, or source, or pure positive energy, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. But we have to hold true to the truth that people can change. If people can't change, then the Bible is a lie. Every one of them is a story of somebody that changed. Abraham changed. Sarah changed. Nebuchadnezzar. He changed. Couldn't nobody have been any harder than him. And the messenger to us, the Gentile, Paul, changed.
Yeah.
The master teacher, Jesus, he changed. So we've got to get to a place where we hold space. Now, does that mean that I have to be with you while you change? Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes that means I have to give you physical space too in order for me to get me together. Sometimes it does. And then we have to ask ourselves, what would change look like? So I want to talk about that right now. What does change look like? Chantil, just one area. If you were to take your magic wand and wave it, what would change look like?
Just in one area of my life?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go with the health aspect. Because there's obviously family, wealth, and health. I mean, those are the things that stand out.
Yeah. Give me an example in your health where if something changed, what would the new Chantil look like? What would she be doing? What would she be saying? Where would she be going?
Making better choices day by day. What I'll tell you, and again, I'm being transparent here, but my degree is in nutrition. I've always been passionate about it. I've done some consulting on the side, but I've always, and so I know all the ins and outs and what to do. I've put myself on the back burner. Why? I don't know why, but I've always felt like I needed to do this and this and this. And so, just really have become a lot more sedentary, a lot more whatever. So, retraining myself and playing this old story that, I can't lose more than 20 pounds.
Yes.
I'm going to self-sabotage. I'm going to, I'm going to beat myself up when I mess up. And so really wanting a lifestyle and not an instant or quick fix. So just really focusing on day by day, meal by meal, choice by choice.
That's it.
And
yes.
just making better choices because I want to do it. I want it to be a lifestyle change. I don't want to just do something for the sake of doing it. And I want to do it for myself, and really talking to myself and loving myself in the skin that I'm in and in the size that I'm in.
Yes. Yes. So and I don't know if you've heard me talk about my weight journey, right? Look at that, boobs already shaking. I've been a very petite person. Alex probably has known me probably the longest of anybody in this particular group. She just hopped on Miss Love Charm. And so she'll tell you I've been, small, but I always thought I was heavier than I was. Whenever I look at pictures, I'll be like, damn, I want to go back to that weight. Oh, wait, I was fly. Always curvy, always had full breasts, always. Small, but small everywhere else, But every time that I hopped on a diet, and I've been on some kind of diet or regimen ever since I was 5th grade, it was in response to a memory.
Mm-hmm.
A memory. Look, memories that my mama had when she was young.
Yeah.
My mama put me on my first diet when I was 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
So, what we have to do when we desire change, and this gives us, hello, beautiful Love Charm. Thank you for joining us today. What we have to do is do what God did for Abraham. These folks hadn't had a child, and this man was 100 years old. Now, you talk about just throwing your hands up. Was he 100? Sarah was 99? Sarah, whatever. Told you I'm not a Bible scholar. I just know a good book when I read one. When we have a place that we want him to change, we have to do like he did and give ourselves a picture. The mind, and I know you've heard Gary say this, the mind needs pictures.
Yeah.
It's just not enough for us to say, well, I'm going to join the gym. I'm going to cut back on carbs. Hell, go to Instagram. Find some women, girl, and they're millions and millions. I look at them. Girl, I be looking at, damn, she hot. Yeah, look at her body. She ain't got no, or she'll have dents all in her ass, and I'll be like, damn, she's still fine. You know what I'm saying? She got stretch marks. Let me tell you, go to Instagram. Look at some women whose physique looks like the one you want to have. When Abram and Sarah wanted children, and it had been decades, y'all, decades. How long will you wait for something you really desire? It had been decades. They was old age and barren. Okay, Miss Love Charm. He had to give Abram a picture. He says, look up in the sky. I want you to take your physical eyes, because I know you human. Look up in the sky. I know all these stars. I know them by name. Look at the grains of sand. I will give you as many children as stars in the sky. And for a man who had not had children in decades, whose wife was barren, that, y'all, was unfathomable. So when we want a change in our situation, give yourself a picture. Give yourself something to hold on to when the shit starts hitting the fan. So you've got statements that you can say to yourself consciously. But guess what? A picture is worth 1,000 words. It's how every dream starts. With a picture, with an idea, with an inspiration. And believe me, honey, when it has already come to you as an idea, you might as well check that one off your list. It's done.
Mm-hmm.
It's done. The cooperative parts have already been worked out. If the idea came to you, it is as good as done. The only thing that will keep it from coming to fruition, as Abram and Sarah did, is if you meddle in it. The child wasn't coming. What did Sarah do? She sent a woman to go sleep with her husband to get this man a man child. But guess what? God even blessed that. Ain't he good? I mean,
yeah.
He even blessed that.
Yeah.
So even when we think we're screwing up, messing up, got mistakes, it don't matter. Just because we're all broken in some area doesn't mean we can't be successful.
That's right.
Every successful person you know broken somewhere, even the Oprah. They just didn't stop. They just didn't let it define them. They didn't repeat the old damn story over and over again. They did it in spite of. And many of them have it because of. They got it because of the rape, the molestation, the divorce, the hurt, the pain, the words, the death of a child. They got it because of those things. He gave Job double for his trouble, the word says. And it's in y'all book unless you tore it out.
Right.
So when you desire the change in a situation, Lord, give me a picture that I can focus on, because I know wherever I put my focus, that's what's coming. That's a truism. So, Alex, would you like to share while you're on? You don't have to, love, but I did want to open the floor for maybe an area that you wanted to share or something that you experienced this week. Let me see. Before you leave, does she know how to unmute? You there, Alex? Sean? Okay, she might be in the basement. I know she's at work. So give yourself a picture that moves it from just being a personal development junkie, listening to all the things all day, that moves you in to manifestation. The understanding of this stuff, y'all, is a manifestation. The receiving it is a manifestation. Let him do the work. You focus on the conscious thoughts moment by moment, praying in season, out of season. Your praise will continually be on my lips. That's what he means. That's what he means. You got to do it moment by moment by moment by moment by moment. And then the fun stuff is the dreaming, the focusing, the turning your attention to the things that you want. You want a new dream house? Guess what I did the other day? I'm going to show this to y'all. I went and downloaded the Realtor app just so I could be thumbing through some of these beautiful photos of homes. I also downloaded Home Design. Y'all, we are living in an age when we can do just about anything. Our folks did not have access to the training and the coaching, to the books, the recordings. We are the dream. You know what I'm saying? You are the dream of your ancestors. Don't squander it by holding on to the memories of pain and suffering. We are the dream. They are living, God is not playing with you. So we got to get that truism down and then start edging that, because some of us think God sent this shit to us to teach us a lesson. God is not playing with you. He is playing as you. He wanted to experience all the things. So every emotion, what does the good book say? He knows, because he's experienced it too. So go play hard, try, mess up. Let him fix it up. So ladies, this is our training for today. Are there any questions today? Your homework, or until the next time we meet, is to create for yourself, put in your phone. Go to your picture section, if you may. Create for you like an album, create an album. What do you got your heart set on? If it's improving the relationship with your son, or if it's improving the relationship with your spouse, go to Pinterest, go to Instagram, find pictures and quotes that resonate with you. I love butterflies. You know what I got in my phone? Millions of pictures of butterflies. I post them online. What makes you feel good? Because your emotions attract events. Emotions attract events. You're feeling bad? Don't worry. It's coming around the corner. Feel good. I was like you, Chantel. I just thought being a positive person, that was going to be it. You got to not just think positive. You got to feel positive. And you can do that in the midst of any storm. That's what the master teacher said. People get it all twisted up. Oh, he was without sin. No, not the sin that you're thinking it about. He stayed in a high vibration. You knew he could not sin. He in a fallen world just down here like you did. But he didn't let it shake him. He didn't let it stop him from his mission. People get it all twisted up. That's why their expectations for themselves are so hard. That's why they beat up on themselves so hard, because Jesus didn't sin. BS. That ain't what that meant. That meant that his constant, when he needed to get off and meditate, how many times did he steal away from the crowd to get his mind right? Before any miracle, I thank you. Because you've already done it. I just thank you. So let that mind be in you that was also in Christ Jesus. And ladies, with that, you know I love you to life. I'm going to stop the recording. Any questions? Anything you want me to share? If you want to bring me on with the live in the group, please feel free to do that. Your assignment is to create things. Write a story if you want to. Rewrite the story that you keep telling yourself. If you want to walk across your stage at your company, talk about right now the downtown boutique that you're going to go to and pick out the dress, the suite that you're going to get, the room service, out in detail. Give yourself another story. And with that, ladies, you know I love you to life.